Family gatherings are always a mix of joy, chaos, and the occasional unexpected moment that leaves everyone talking for days. Recently, one such moment unfolded during a casual weekend visit to my sister's house. It wasn't the food, the games, or even the lively conversations that became the highlight of the day. It was a curious reaction from my 17-year-old nephew when he saw me wearing a short skirt. What followed was an intriguing series of events and reflections that left me pondering the complexities of perception, societal norms, and generational differences. It was a sunny Saturday afternoon, and I had decided to drop by my sister's house to spend some quality time with her family. I had thrown on a simple outfit, a short skirt paired with a comfortable blouse, without giving it much thought. After all, it was just a casual day with family. Little did I know, this seemingly insignificant choice would spark an unexpected reaction. My nephew, let's call him Ethan, is at that fascinating age where he's no longer a child but not quite an adult either. He's navigating the tricky waters of adolescence, grappling with identity, independence, and the ever-present influence of social media and peer pressure. As I walked into the living room, his eyes darted toward me, and I noticed a flicker of something: surprise, curiosity, embarrassment. It was hard to tell at first. Ethan's reaction was subtle but noticeable. He quickly glanced away, his cheeks turning a shade pinker than usual. He shifted uncomfortably in his seat and suddenly became very interested in his phone. At first, I thought nothing of it. Teenagers are often awkward and prone to overreacting to the smallest things. But as the day went on, I couldn't help but notice that he was avoiding eye contact with me and seemed unusually quiet. Later, when we were all sitting around the dining table for lunch, Ethan accidentally knocked over his glass of water while reaching for the breadbasket. His flustered apology and quick glance in my direction made me wonder if my outfit had unsettled him in some way. Was it embarrassment, discomfort, or perhaps something deeper? Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to bring it up with my sister after Ethan had retreated to his room. "Did you notice Ethan acting strange today?" I asked casually. She laughed and shrugged it off, saying, "Oh, he's just a teenager. They're awkward about everything." But when I mentioned his reaction to my outfit, her expression shifted. "Well," she said thoughtfully, "he's at that age where he's becoming more aware of things, how people look, how they dress. Maybe seeing you in a short skirt caught him off guard. It's not something he's used to." Her words got me thinking. Was this just a natural part of growing up? A momentary blip in the journey toward adulthood? Or did it reflect something more significant about how young people perceive clothing and its implications? Ethan's reaction made me reflect on the broader societal norms and expectations surrounding clothing, especially for women. From a young age, we're taught that what we wear sends a message, whether we intend it to or not. Short skirts, in particular, have long been a subject of debate, often associated with ideas of freedom and self-expression on one hand and judgment or objectification on the other. For Ethan, who is still forming his understanding of the world, seeing a family member in an outfit that he might associate with a different context could have been confusing. It's possible that his reaction wasn't about the skirt itself, but rather about reconciling his preconceived notions with the reality in front of him. Another factor that can't be ignored is the role of media and peer influence in shaping teenagers' perceptions. In today's hyper-connected world, young people are constantly bombarded with images and messages about beauty standards, fashion trends, and what is considered appropriate or inappropriate. These messages can be conflicting and overwhelming, especially for someone like Ethan, who is still figuring out his own values and beliefs. It's also worth noting that teenagers often look to their family members as role models, even if they don't openly admit it. Seeing me, a trusted adult figure, wearing something he might associate with a different social context could have challenged his understanding of what's normal or acceptable. Rather than brushing off Ethan's reaction as mere teenage awkwardness, I saw it as an opportunity for a teachable moment. The next day, when we found ourselves alone in the kitchen preparing breakfast, I decided to address the elephant in the room. "Hey Ethan," I began casually, "I noticed you seemed a bit uncomfortable yesterday. Is everything okay?" He hesitated for a moment before mumbling something about being tired, but when I gently pressed further, he admitted that seeing me in a short skirt had caught him off guard. "I don't know," he said sheepishly. "It just felt different." I smiled and reassured him that it was okay to feel that way. You're at an age where you're starting to notice things more, I explained. And that's completely normal. But it's also important to remember that clothes don't define who someone is. They're just one way people express themselves. Our conversation was brief but meaningful. By addressing his discomfort openly and without judgment, I hope to give him a new perspective, one that would help him navigate similar situations in the future with greater understanding and empathy. Looking back on this seemingly trivial incident, I realized it was anything but trivial. It highlighted the complexities of growing up in today's world. A world where young people are constantly negotiating their understanding of identity, relationships, and societal norms. It also reminded me of the importance of open communication within families. By creating a safe space for Ethan to express his feelings and ask questions, I was able to turn an awkward moment into an opportunity for growth, for both of us. Finally, this experience underscored the power of clothing as more than just fabric. It's a form of self-expression that can challenge perceptions, spark conversations, and even bridge generational gaps. In the end, what started as an ordinary family visit turned into an unexpected journey of curiosity and reflection. My 17-year-old nephew's reaction to my short skirt may have been rooted in teenage awkwardness, but it opened the door to deeper conversations about identity, societal expectations, and the evolving nature of relationships. Perhaps the next time I visit my sister's house, I'll opt for jeans, if only to spare Ethan another moment of discomfort. Or maybe I won't. After all, life is full of teachable moments waiting to unfold in the most unexpected ways. And who knows? The next one might just involve Ethan teaching me something instead.